Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Joe Sent Me. My name is Joe and I am your host for today. Today we're going to be doing a haul video. I just came back from Europe with my wife, and today I'd like to do a video where I get to show you what I brought home from Europe with me. On our way to Europe, we had a layover in Spain, and so I stopped at the duty-free shop and I noticed that they have Dolce & Gabbana's Royal Night, the one Royal Night. And that's a hard bottle to find here in America, and I actually happened to find one. So I took the plunge and decided I'm gonna go ahead and get it because I heard great things about it, and plus it is very different than the other version of the one, and I've wanted to have it for a long time. However, unfortunately, this bottle didn't make it back with me because it was in my checked-in luggage, and when I got home from Europe, the bag had been opened and I believe someone had stolen that perfume along with the next one. The next one, as you'll see in the picture here, is Emblem Absolute by Mont Blanc. That is a brand new fragrance that just got released for 2017. It's only available in Europe at this time, and it's not available here in the States yet. But I picked it up because it smelled absolutely amazing, and I just decided I'm gonna get a bottle of this, and it too was one of the fragrances that unfortunately did not make it back with me. And I hope to someday pick it up again because it definitely deserves to be part of the collection. So as you may know, I am also very much into discovering new brands, new fragrances, and things like that. So one of the things that I made it my mission is to go into various stores and find things that normally I cannot find here. So in one of the stores, I went and found two different things that I've never seen before. It's this little tiny boutique in a mall in Constanza, Romania, and there's this tiny little boutique at the mall, and they sell fragrances that are from Paris. Now, these are not brands that I ever heard of, but I wanted to show you the two that I picked up while I was there. So the first fragrance that I picked up was this one right here from Marcus Spurway. It is an eau de parfum, and I love eau de parfums, it's a stronger one. And this one right here is called Eau Royale. And of course, because of my attraction to oud fragrances and my curiosity towards different people's versions of ouds, this one really stuck out to me, and I actually got a chance to smell it on paper, not on me yet, but on paper I did smell it, and I have a very good feeling that I get along with this one right here. Now, as far as the price goes on this was 160 lei, and that's equivalent to $40 US, and that is quite a steal for an eau de parfum with an oud fragrance. So I decided I'm gonna give this a shot. The next one that I picked up was one that was given to me as to sample, and this is not eau de parfum, it's eau de toilette, but I liked it so much that I wanted to get it. And this one is called Patchouli, and it is by Fragrancenetcom, and this is I believe 100 milliliters, 100 milliliter bottle. And it is a fantastic smelling one. Now, this does not smell like hippie patchouli smell. It's very masculine. It smells really good, and I'm promising that this is going to be definitely a compliment getter for sure. And as far as the price point on this was about 120 lei, so that's equal to about 30 bucks. So this was a great deal, and it was worth the risk, I guess, to try this thing out. So that is Patchouli. Okay, so the next fragrance I'm going to show you is one that I would have normally never ever done, but I decided out of curiosity I want to try this, and this is very different. This is not, I would normally never do this, but I want to tell you about it. So in Romania, at the malls, there are a lot of kiosks in the middle that sell different things, just like our malls here in the United States. There's this one company that sells, I guess, imitation fragrances, but they're authentic smelling. So they're very authentic smelling. And the company is based out of Turkey, but they have these in various malls scattered around Europe and in Romania. So I wanted to see how legit these things smell. And like I said, I've never done this before, and I normally never buy knockoff fragrances, but in this case I wanted to do it just because I wanted to experience it, and I wanted to see, okay, how good can this be? So I wanted to see their fragrance list of what they have to offer, and I saw that they had Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, and I was very curious, and I also saw other things on the list, and so I said, okay, well, let me do the test. Let me see if I could pick out 3 fragrances that I know really well, and she can show me what their version of it smells like. And all 3 passed the test, so that's what made me go to the Tobacco Vanille. So from this company called Infinite Love, for 90 lei, which is equivalent to about $23, maybe less. For 90 lei, I got 100 milliliters of eau de parfum, and it's their version. This is their version of Tobacco Vanille, and I will say I was quite impressed. It smelled like the real deal. It's not the real deal, but it smelled very close to the real deal. Now, obviously, I'm a huge Tom Ford fan, and I would buy a Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille any day. But I thought this was so impressive that I decided I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. And if you see this mall in Constanza, this was at City Park. If you see this kiosk in the mall, definitely check them out, because it's kind of a neat concept, to be honest, really. So there's this store called Yves Rocher, and they are based in France. And I've seen several of their stores while I was there in October last year. And there happens to be a store in the mall in Constanza at City Park. And I went in again to smell a fragrance that I remembered smelled really good. And then I finally made the decision to just go ahead and get it, because I don't know if I can see a Yves Rocher anywhere in the States. Maybe they have one there, but I just am not aware of it. So I picked up this one right here. It's called Ombre Noir, and it is their best smelling. It's probably their best seller as well. And I would say that this was about 200 lei, maybe less. Equivalent of $50 here in the States. And it smells really good, and I promise you this is gonna be a major compliment getter. So again, I don't normally get the eau de toilettes, but I decided in this case, because they don't make an eau de parfum of this, to get the eau de toilette because it was so good. So this is Ombre Noir. Okay, another bunch of fragrances that I got that I won't do in this video because I'm gonna save that for another video is Zara. I discovered Zara fragrances for the first time, and I know you're probably thinking, where have you been? You must live under a rock. No, this brand of fragrances I hadn't come in contact with because we just don't have a Zara that's near us. So I was at the mall, I smelled them, and there's gonna be another video, and I'm gonna do it separately from this one because it's just, I'm gonna spend too much time on that. So I picked up a bunch of Zara fragrances. You'll see that in a video coming up, and that's part of this haul as well. And then I also ordered a couple things and had delivered here while I was away, and then when I came back, it was here waiting for us. So I want to show you what I got there as well. I don't know if this counts as me picking it up from Europe, but it happened during my trip, so I'm gonna count it. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I have an attraction to oud fragrances. I'm also very curious of different companies' versions of their ouds, and I'm really getting into oud big time because I've just had such a great experience with oud, and I believe oud gets along with me very well. So naturally, my intrigue for oud has caused me to look around for different oud fragrances on different websites. So I went to Fragrancenetcom and I picked up 2 different oud fragrances. One of them is from Maison Lancôme. It's called L'Autre Oud. And this one is a beautiful bottle. It's a limited edition bottle, and I got a great deal on it, so I decided, you know, I'm just gonna do it blindly and pick this up. But I think it's gonna be an amazing bottle, so I can't wait to try it. And I will probably be doing a review, and there might even be a video. I'm gonna be doing that as well. where I'm going to talk about some of my favorite oud fragrances in a future video, so stay tuned for that as well. And another one that I picked up was one that I saw in Harrods, London, and I saw on this website, Fragrancenet again, and it was such a good deal that I decided I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up as well. And this is from Atkinsons. This is called Oud Save the King, and there's also Oud Save the Queen as well, which is gonna be the feminine version of it, and it comes in a very nice box, and the presentation is also beautiful because, as you can see here, here's the bottle, and it's really nice. So I can't wait to do it, to try this out, and I'll tell you all about it as well. So last but not least, I have two more from Lily Bermuda fragrances, and I have Summers that came, and then as well as Southwater. And both of these are fantastic fragrances. They were my two favorite fragrances that were part of that discovery set. And if you have seen my Lily Bermuda review, it is on my channel, so you can go ahead and check it out there as well. I'll include a link below. And these were the full-size bottles that you see here. The folks at Lily Bermuda were kind enough to send me Southwater because they saw how much I loved Lily Bermuda perfume, and they saw how much I loved Southwater, as well as Summer. So those two were my favorites in the Men Discovery collection, and they have some more coming soon, and so definitely check them out. And then hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I am going to come back to you very soon with another haul, and this will be the one from Zara. Thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.